Adum, Wadum. I've been through a lot, but grace sustained me. My test is now a testimony. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. Hey, Adumo, Nyame, Adumo, Adum, Adum intina metiasi, Eya Wadum tina mewoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. Hey, Adumo, Nyame, Adumo, Wadum. Eya Adum intina metiasi, Eya Wadum tina mewoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Wadum. Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. You have changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. Could not have made it without you. Hey. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, Adum. Could not have made it without you. Hey, could not have sailed through without you. Papa, your loving kindness and grace and mercies brought me through. So the essence of my praise is all centered on your grace. Adum, Adum, hey, Adum, Adum, hey, Adum, Adum, Adum intina metiasi, Adum intina metiasi. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum. You have been my doctor on that sick bed. By your stripes, I am healed, I am free. So the essence of my praise is because of your grace. Adum.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, baby. I will be video when you may and share and in a home bro and about Sabre. So, we're actually dealing the community and the law. Your family records from Pon. I'm going to be with you between now and 6 p.m. about a little after 4 UK. Now, we are coming your way under the auspices of BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, 214 to 218, Tottenham High Road, no so, 7 Sisters, North London. Now, you would be a very straightforward and simple. What the Emra and a ejuma. When you memorano, if you trade, you could see it trade. Now, the worker and says about immigration, say about family law, say about divorce. Say eba na say upe say obi edi wachi na ye court ana say aban emre mu uhia say ye be ye nhye ade amawa na oni BWF Solicitors na AD enkomo omo ye juma Monday to Friday a free on about 9:30 kopem enyumre 6 o'clock ubebuki appointment ay 0208 493 7340 0208 493 7340. And then community and the law. And then come a very interesting. COVID ebai yapte se nkrofo eka na emrana so na abai si you say ebi akochi business bounce back loans ebi akochi grants and any ade. No wasitre mo so at saying na no and I say Prime Minister Boris Johnson UK say he's open to amnesty for some UK illegal migrants. How likely? And then many openi obensa ebekano and then no eba beti ho enkomo near senior and also a C etie. Is the Prime Minister really open to granting amnesty? And now set to say later on it may be lines so that by the age once they will name 0208 123 1016 0208 123 1016 now. What you need afraid at the question no concern no aba. And then we tree a penia, Meneno Eba Betri and Komono a partner of BWF Solicitors, a year lawyer Richard Sydney Igna Eden. Richard Boying away and Koma who do it in Richard Yadasipi Aquabas.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You'll be hearing a lot of him and say Breno Swan, but say some of the brain question beside no or big boy amiano. And what you know so Ibinya Mayana Tain say or the other questions are ya carry over from the previous days in the week I teach over various radio stations, ya they are no ever back Richard Boadu-Nkrumah. Now Sana maybe Sao say Unimenedate. We are at the very end of March. April, May, June, 30th of June. Na EU settlement scheme is share na akwanewe. Me pacho, me pese me bisa ose, why your application? So when ye ya tinkre nefa futu film me basia.
Wonim say EU nationals nyina ne won ebusuafo a wonye EU nationals nyina or say wo apply ma EUSS answer June busome akwana wieye afi 2021 mu se wanya ebe ha won krata sem a wo de ti UK se won to anamon we na wo apply EU settlement scheme and train last minute answer ehun hia yie pa se wo bepotumi a wo de tena UK no ho ban na wo hia legal advice bi anso a pebi we koma EU ana EA amanfo nyina wo kra registration certificate ana permanent registration certificate ana ebusuafo ayama won residence cards ana permanent residence cards a ewo EA registration 2016 no mu se wonya ye we nyina na se wo sefata apply pre-settled ana settled status answer 30th June 2021 EU settlement scheme pre-settled status eba na wieye ewo 30th June 2021 na mum ehun me hia yie se obe apply no ntem na edwe gine yie na hye no so se we koma omo wo UK answer 31st December 2020 a wo kra won krata esefata nyina edi won adanse se won bi immigration mrei so na wonni adanse die bia eche mretenti a watena UK se ana EU nationals no nso a eno so betimi ahawodaache se wo apply wo British citizenship. BWF Solicitors ewo nimdie fa UK immigration law na omo aboa ebusuafo bebre wo applications a efa home offices EU settlement schemes no ho wonti bebre asia for BWF Solicitors in Tempara ewo 020 849 37340 ana 077 127 61884.
BWF Solicitors is a leading and an award-winning solicitor situated in London. Our expertise in family and matrimonial law encompasses divorce, separation, children matters, family breakdown, and financial orders. We focus on all aspects of immigration law. Our areas of expertise extends to visas for individuals and businesses. These include spouses, students, visitors, EU applications, investors, and more. We also undertake appeals and judicial reviews of negative decisions. We hold Law Society Quality Mark in immigration law. Our family law solicitors are dedicated to finding the most effective and pain-free resolution for our clients through the provision of sensitive, effective, and affordable legal advice. We are also Ghanaian law specialists and have advised many local authorities and other solicitors on aspects of Ghanaian law. We have also advised businesses looking to relocate to Ghana. Our senior partner is dual qualified as a barrister at law in Ghana and solicitor to the Superior Court of England and Wales. Client satisfaction is our #1 priority. This shows in the number of positive reviews we have received from our clients. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers.
BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers, and yade won kra abrewo no na wo kana wesiso ade amaye se womani anse wo EU settlement scheme no and then china ya obeye se wo ho ye asibisa bi wo doubt bi ananse difficulty bi a 0208 493 7340 0208 493-7340. But I feel na obaso body answer over share page no dodo amaba no me mama kwaba kwabra kwachi Peter Zach Zara Bonsu Ebenezer Hope Eric Kobna ya boy your Joyce wa Dr. Dom Ahmed also online no so sa na wo vida mensa you were working in various parts of the world, Germany, Holland, Ghana, and the rest of the world, and many kind of now, you live Facebook, BWF Solicitors. Sounds so, and I live YouTube, BWF Solicitors. So, over there, we'll share page now. Just pick up the link and share. Put it on your WhatsApp group. And the rest of the Nafi to do na nyabi. And then me said really P cra me content na number kwa bisa. Jaffet, you see, thank you very much for coming in. Your very long question is very much recognized. Who and common by brother na kujo a matching also in a shell. So and your atajima to say what I saw Ghana who from Ghana. Yada sipi yame in shell. Say who baby na and you can and now see just prompt us and we'll let the world know that you are also part of the wonderful family. So yeah, kind of classroom or I come up Najimai into vitamins and a fee and not support when yet shall Emma Aqua. Mami fa Komono and Shasi, Namin call Minia lawyer Richard Boadu-Nkrumah Misa say Prime Minister, the boss we COVID opportunities Libya, so to speak. And then work.
Well, I mean, a very good evening. Now, I'm far so it's in so very, very good evening. So, you care. Now, maybe I will be say morning, say afternoon. So, we trust and hope that will be a year. COVID, by said. Idea I mean, the first time your experience idea affected the whole parts of the world. You know, sometimes pandemic, but if it's my one part of the world, not others is safe. Unfortunately, this one idea affected baby into so brave in health wise, you know, it's dire. And in marketing, it's been so a woman, you can say, and no, you know, young fan said, recently, Nami dealing with deportation case be na minue ba mona we very well said a 2 time also or reporting, you can as well sign. And I mean, an email from Home Office to say that actually all reporting events have been suspended. Right. The good thing is that, you know, and I'm covered in tea, yes, Mobia, and not to say general, will be
the case.
Where just small example, it's just say, and you may be, Ebwa, na, and I'm saying you walk and watch children. Just so now your lockdown, although it may not seem as such, we are still in lockdown because of the pandemic. I buy any responsibility, they say, or be making sure say, or the policies and the laws, be improve the situation. Now, your Prime Minister, Mr. Johnson, sometimes you may mistake him for a Labour leader because of his liberal stance. I like him very much. I like people who are very proactive and very, very, action on yet books, yeah, landing me and he was successful. And I did be a GDA that yes, or Prime Minister, I be a Okasaya and the argument in the said, I didn't think so we are migrants, now we are illegal. And Kayempe coming for so nanka, Jens Sour was sitting Naka, regularizing the illegal, so that you can be captured, you contribute to the economy, paying taxes and all that. Reservation the reservation only said, Uramu said, the immigration rules now, or you are sitting at home by Nkrumah nationality name, one the Bemun, one the Betlem. Home Office, your primary legislation, underpinning the way they have powers to, changes of the rule, they don't have to really go to Parliament and act a new law altogether. What they do is that, and I'm so more power already into now when I go to Parliament and say, Mojituma and one in debate or it's yana argument in said, would you say, so ye BBC? Some year, Kokomono, obit me afraid, Mamma, pretty, so that we can wear down for. Madame Teresa, by 2012, was a sign. Immigration rules, and my yet engineer for the hostile environment, Kukumu, no Musisha, Umrana, no Mutatin, Same as Papa Boris Bittimia, Sabia about public opinion. To galvanize support, that is fine. But the Titian is so, Bakuma say, a Immigration Act 1971. So, we share section 16.2, no schedule 2 of that same act now. A map home office for power to me said. So, Nkrumah only as a time, you to me editing on the group. Now, sir, power when they are hard if we say, what about Nkrumah illegal immigrants? Now, you can say illegal immigrants, or more assertion say, who is illegal immigrant? You share immigration law, you share an act, the 1971 Act, we share section 24(1)A and section 24(1)B. I said, sir, entry near 1A. So what Nkrumah now one fact on Papa so and the back Nkrumah say what you know there are immigration breaches because one fact was in the room only visa na their bedroom. So what the Papa so in the bedroom maybe I will visit visa and now the visitor be in the bedroom name mono apahun but one call Nkrumah back and answer the conditions of the living at the ma and yet stand out so the Nkrumah and that's why you overstay. Section 24B, so overstay illegal, you breach immigration rules as criminal offense under the 1971 Act. So illegal immigrants, they are defined as will be illegal, and as we remove legal, name of what and as I want to have acquire the mao so it's not illegal. Now, Nkrumah, now, better than what's not regularized, with the regularization, and I say, yes, when I'm cratter, say, you don't want Migration Watch, no more years, some said, maybe now, Mojin said, they could anticipate that there are about 1.3 million illegal immigrants in the UK at the moment. This is just one tip of the iceberg because. But how do they even know? Because you didn't say it also. But to the emphasis, over a million people.
So will be a peer tax £1 1 month to crash. That's about £1 million ever caught in government office.
I think so. Ejumebia, sir, in Kofi, Nkrumah, it's not in the fold for the government to see. Now, and I have unity. Prime Minister, a son of kind of for, and I'm saying community and the law. Now, I'm saying, I dare see soon free mono yen say, your bomb connect as your mom and near my custom or community. Patrol, Mamuse, any probably ascending messages said, yes, say amnesty be air. Me patrol be and also as we speak today. Now, Papa no can say, one of the can papa more. And Kayama or Mokroma now only asset, Yamo asset. And if an amnesty, so rules an amnesty, and asset, and it's saying, in Kanaka, also say, Wakao, Unyaya, and Ka, Yabayanasa. And I'm happy, so our point to say, in your mind, Mamobia Timunian, the same, Common of a party, and Yano, and name amnesty now. But see, a cat amnesty. Na it is saying, Yefrobia near the Krata Mano, and now said it is saying, amnesty no grab lawyer for whatever amnesty. I said, amnesty could need tier 1 million and say forgiveness, pardon. Un said, Ubia Bonnet, na your punishment. Okay, this is a make us say, the kind actually will say, Obio illegal immigrants, under the law. You heard section 24, 1. A and B of the 1971 Act. As it will be illegal, and our room legal, not what's more money time and person. Yes, why a bonnet, what breach immigration rules? To why a bonnet, and you can say a reward upon in a way on your mouse. They use the word amnesty to say that you pardon, you do one in each church. And your children, yes, say your mouse, and that's not illegal, although say we are bonnet, it may be a children. That's amnesty. So amnesty is whereby government can say, "In some money, Musuban, Mobile and Monobakuman." Namu no Yasha, Oba Kumhan, Unya Bonibia. I mean, it's for petrol. Sir, it has a criminal offense under the 1971 Act. In Yaban, most of us illegal, Yaba legal prior, the visit visa by any it's and will be very short, so it's legally wrong. Now, Prime Minister said, Enka, yet the Yashem 1 year bonnet, Wabamu, one criminal offense, one said, and yeah, DBA had your home bonnet for him. Now, we know that the member baby said, Okaya, what's the Prime Minister or a leader of a political party that is consecutive. Yeah. Consecutive for or more views, and Labour government social views. Having said that, so you go back history, Kakra. Amnesty in the UK, in the most recent 3 ones in a way, Labour, I moved to, and a consecutive for Labour. So, over 1993, 1994, consecutive government can say, Omosiki asylum na you refuse to that was an amnesty, but it wasn't publicized in T. Sometimes, consecutive for no way I don't know seeker. Omoya said, we asylum seeker. You don't meet the requirement, the definition of asylum under the human rights now. You wait for Coke from Ghana, Cameroon. Nemo, maybe still none of our life from our so. Although say you don't meet the threshold as a refugee, you have more humanitarian protection. You have more amnesty, you have more. Now you failed asylum seekers, that is 1994. Now, 2000 and 2001, now Labour and Omuma amnesty. And also, say, and also, say, you failed asylum seekers. Asylum, the asylum is a bit of Kromaba. You need to crack also cereal, name, young men, baby, son. So, Bahana also so back. I bet my catch the Kromaba, so more because you don't mean go back. That's asylum.
Yes, I know, son. There must be evidence to say the whole cancer empty my own corner. What's all?
So, if on the UK, your country profile of Krobia, you're doing simply because we are over the better to money assessment every interview, first interview, second substantive interview. Now it will prove that I am passing here, Obama. Most of the time, there are about 50% will succeed, 50% will fail. More failing, even with the annual, almost will come through. Yes, so meet the threshold. And recently, Labour government cast in 2004, 2005, for the last one, and also society was still failed asylum seekers, no more amnesty. Now, Parliament may cancel, we say, hang on, sir, idea ye, basically asylum, now emiti the threshold, no. Not yes, and actually, cost be a cow near house, and near no more yet, no one could Parliament Select Committee on Home Affairs and can say, entertaining Saudi bill. And since 2005, no can say. Now, a vicious cycle to continue doing this because you encourage and propose it. So, eventually, so they were saying that, listen, Omubaha no have been making unfounded claims. Say, BBC, knowing that, and I'm saying under the category of asylum, or Felicra na yeka crabia, you say, amnesty, it's me partial amnesty, dear. Say, the last 2005 happened for failed asylum seekers, consider BBC. Mr. Johnson, a seminar worker, and what it's you, never mind, what lady parliamentary government in Intino, a BBI the parliament, no man. The party members, almost more than half and supported that idea. Why? Because in 2012, consecutive Nana was and more a creative hostile environment. Said, Yema environment in the way you can, and you're so hostile to the standards it will discourage people from trying to enter the UK. What are examples of these? Ebini said, Oko hand also work rata. Oko GP also work rata. Now, who could be a banker, also work rata and say, but if you work bank now, who cut an work, you also a close. These are serious because once you go high there, none whether not won't mean any money, they say obvious. And these are the hostile environments, the so creative way, and then they no more sabe amnesty. It's people show. Bibisa no dey anyhow. Now, having said all of this, there is an amnesty actually going on since.
Okay.
So you actually immigration rules. One more paragraph. Means immigration no much paragraph. Your paragraph be 276 ADE. Your 276B. 276B, of the immigration rules in the city. So back from you must be a student visa. Say 2.5, 3 years we will course. Now say now near 2 years become 5 years, and maybe a while will be now then. Okay, Satan our legal in they do 10 years. Ultimate application na yamau assetna Nkrumah indefinite leave. Now that is 10 years legal residence. Then you can apply under 276B for indefinite leave. But ubi awawa on the only assetna either now assetna the way now or the actual son illegal. You say Okamboma under 276 ADE no dear. And found say we illegal or illegal. So it's become now we have 20 years. That is an adult. That is will be about 25 years. With my application.
Now for 20 years long stay. 20 years long stay.
Now in Tupeka said right. Now say you show you say first of all no we are criminal because we either say we overstay and I say we run illegally. Under normal circumstances, immigration rules, one of the requirements almost across border, and they also legal status in order to apply from within the UK. Now, some application in the UK, FP, private life, human rights, 20-year rule, and no, that is an amnesty because you're pardon. So the word amnesty is not linked to the many per thousands. Even if you're the many per one, it's an amnesty. For that person, because you're overlooking the body away in your pardon and you see your application. Even that there are requirements for you to meet because you say also show name under that paragraph. You say also shows why you valid application that is to pay your fees and all that. Also show say only criminal record also shows say 20 years. That is more over 25 now 20 years. So that is fine, but the generalized amnesty now, you send a yes, you will be asked regardless. Easy. And not the patrol, even Sir Boris and small club, and yes, sir, and your raw, sir. or can say there should be a time limit that you have been here either, or started 5 years, and I'm going to say 5 years, until be at 10 years without any criminal offense. So there is a requirement for you to meet. It's not free.
And Elijah, Mr. Owen, maybe trying to say, Boris Johnson can be sir, not be or so tea, the awohonumu, and my mom for a dream bus or said, cover the buy, say, when you're 20 years no crown, I say, qua. Oh, Colonel, Sabiwa, who and I said to say, in Tierney and Cat, qua crown. Na Breno so na meet our conditions, me and saying our boss here. Amnesty, no? With them. Son of us or
well, on the no person is internet me because I'm making a say, and Boris I said, we publicity stands be so.
But
what can they, what can say, home? But on no argument in said 20 years is too long.
okay.
Tikayanya be at 10. Remember, before not Amnesty 276 AD, can have 10 years. Now yes, what we have 10 years. That's how I'm not your application name more indefinite leave straight. And almost say you have 14. See, a very discouraging of 4 to come here. You call 14. My Teresa said 14 or crowd still a bit my passes here. You have 20. It may me see. Mr. Boris would say and then Madame Patel Antinas pretty. Now, Monyan is yes, I'm for back. This is 20 years. No more, I was saying, when your Parliament Assembly, more with my review, and I want them, new immigration review. Now, Banamaka said, yeah, they are got 10 years because of the COVID, because of Brexit, and every person just say, na yema nipa and some. As my there is an amnesty going on in relation to COVID vaccination. Now, I say, Abibiani himself, so we are I also assistant of commerce treatment. Yes, you have to pay. In relation to COVID, so we will only treatment. Treatment need be said vaccination. Now, what's my bomb because there's an amnesty going on, which is not unfortunately to do with
amnesty. What types of breed?
Amnesty can be on anything, because pardon. First, in the 18th century, not English history, nature said, amnesty say be a treason, maybe a body. Now you see, those days need be heady or money. Now, you do coronation. Ye see or him as a queen, a basson, not a niji some. It was a me pardon, or more my bonny be a bay almost in you. Na niche. So that's an amnesty. So amnesty is not in relation to immigration only. It can relate to other things to do with criminals and so many things. But yet they are relevant to my immigration. And the cassette. Although say my cassette amnesty via embassy said your fro and I amount let we over 50 near bruise so and I will vulnerable and I say so the near invite to say bra na beji will vaccine and me pacho and no they all quite immigration say go and do that. Na amnesty na ye can ho asem ni na e we mre mu dada nti ese wo ha no ma cha 20 years it no ma krata that's an amnesty. Say you walk home, Accra, will be our year below 0 to 18. So what is 7 years? You will have put me application in more citizen. That's an amnesty. Say, I will that's the word 18 year to upper. Now, I 7 years. Put me application in more citizen. So we are over 18, but below 25. Now, what's more than half of your age? Put me application in more citizen. That is private life. The only assessment they're going to do is whether your application is valid. We need criminal record. What's enough for the specified time. Assessment when you say you balance your family life with the interest of UK to remove you. And yes, assessment in no proportionality test assessment. And also when it is residence requirements in the and the opportunity say Boris, are you hopeful? But in the end, it's unlikely. So the question is, how likely? I would say, well, highly unlikely, because
Let me push you. I'm for our corner. More than what you say. Precedents about all. The all came, we share political crystal ball no more. You might see certain things coming. And possible say Amnesty or that would shame. Now, what my various scenarios, a bit me will be a new application be a man assets and what's in a regularizer. A possible say, Pia, the Boris K. Conservative for a to be or bedding or labor for be pushy now was supporting. You bet you 20 years or so.
If I should put, I think so. You see, the reason why I say so is the fact that, say, Brexit, when it starts to bite, now, was it COVID and how I name a BCI because in
Okay.
I strongly believe, say, American now, immigration in buffer because EU immigration will almost go halfway. Now, I strongly believe that if Boris were to go on for a bit more, meaning enough support to bring the years down at least to 10 years. It's likely because it was there before and I almost a son. But say no one said so Monday no pretty new immigration rules and leading the future and what it's gonna be like. They all coming in our so to say or monitor asylum area or say or preventing now so bahanum wolf to suffer and so bahasia yeah sure. No for so bahas be sure at hopefully more have already maybe there is a chance that a bit much sad just immigration changes every sometimes 6 months anytime case law be bad with me changes so it be happen now also they can make changes with secondary legislation no one has so I hope so be a bit me I'm highly like that.
I was just say and now what kind of who share your live or YouTube so BWF Solicitors and I say who kind of Facebook and also a BWF Solicitors. If you also saw your live about radio so UK and not just the audio version and then say what joining and which me and they will text on Akoma about a radio now so ascending a day a brain my money that say and then question me bisa resource person lawyer Richard Boadu-Nkrumah, partner of BWF Solicitors, and said Boris Johnson, who is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, has hinted that he is for amnesty for certain immigrants who are illegal in the UK. How likely? But said amnesty bia those that are existing are the ones that the 20-year-old, it's a 20 years long stay. Now, 1 year or application, now, be about 2.5 years now, but any other forms of application, it's me, regularizing with you. And knowing, actually, says, Ubaha, one for one person buy. And now, say, what the investors visa they buy, and now, say, about 6 na what's na ho amana broso na abroso no wonkoi UK mrache se eba na sa na wafon emra criminal enunti no yebetimi atwewaso se mra no eso mu a na no so ya ma ho kwan se kwan bi so obetimi ayi application ni nyina ye amnesty koya ena na me bisa se na say so betimi at 20 years betimi aba so you're likely the Prime Minister etimi supported here ebetimi ama so ati abusia me ma Richard Boadu-Nkrumah kitwe bi na me kai said we are at the end of March, April, May, June. Ebra I was say utimi EUSS application. Okay, come why unyanye ananse to say what difficulty there bra ebehu BWF Solicitors.
On some year. sɛ woyɛ EU ni EU ni abusuani waware EU ni da wasetena na okuta no EU ni nti na yɛde maa wa na since January 2019 wonyɛ application bi ankɔ home office very likely sɛ wo deɛ no yɛ dada ni bi ɛno ne yɛsɛ bra na bɛsesa no nti momma obiara nte na ɔmo nsesa ɔno a
Do you know that all EU nationals and their non-EU family members must make an application for EUSS before the end of June 2021? Failure to apply may affect your lawful residence in the UK. If you have not already acted and applied under the EU settlement scheme to secure your status in the UK, don't leave it to the last minute to apply. It is important that you ensure your status in the UK is secured and seek legal advice if necessary. This includes EU and EEA nationals who hold registration certificates or permanent registration certificates, or family members who have been issued residence cards or permanent residence cards under the EEA Regulations 2016. If you have not yet done so, we urge everybody who is eligible to apply for pre-settled or settled status before June 30th, 2021. The official deadline for pre-settled status under the EU settlement scheme is June 30th, 2021. However, to ensure the most secure position, it is advisable to make the application at the earliest possibility. Please make sure that you are present in the UK prior to the 31st of December 2020 and that you have all required documents to prove that. Please note that non-compliance with immigration laws, including periods spent in the UK by EEA and EU nationals who cannot evidence their exercise of treaty rights, may also affect future applications for British citizenship. BWF Solicitors has a wealth of experience in all aspects of UK immigration law and has assisted many families with their applications under the Home Office's EU settlement schemes. If in doubt, please contact BWF Solicitors urgently on 020-849-37340 or 077-127-61884.
Abusia meda se watwe me menim se afutuo no akọ ama yie pa obehye na afi se obi ente ya obema pakro ati se e wo se oye the EU settlement scheme application no. The committee and the law and Guswa Wodi AD live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Young guest, special guest, and a partner of BWF Solicitors, lawyer Richard Boadu-Nkrumah. Boadu-Nkrumah.
I'm about Roman and Sema, Richard alphabet B first, so Richard Boadu-Nkrumah. Although I've always made Richard Nkrumah Boadu. So R&B now is RBN. So Richard Boadu-Nkrumah. Interestingly, my principal would say, "Obeka ye case be na involve Amrofo. I've been umane yema maybe chairman's because of the new land frame. Na ye active for the Yekrum name in relation to the estates of the deceased person. Now, me let it be command the parish priest in our SSO baby. It's was signed as a solicitor Richard Boadu-Nkrumah, so solicitor Richard Nkrumah Boadu. Let's no 1 week. Now was no response 7 days. So 2 weeks now no response. So we did a follow-up letter. And I got short letter so he was actually looking forward to writing to solicitor Richard Boadu-Nkrumah. However, he has received a letter corresponding from another person claiming to be a solicitor named Richard Nkrumah Boadu. He needs clarification on that in order to respond. So you can see how we have a ridiculous, because when he checked with SRA, there was nobody in that firm, solicitor Richard Nkrumah Boadu. So our apologies. We have to do the letter again. So you can see that when we are talking about legal, BBA is very, very, very critical.
There was an RBN, Richard Boadu-Nkrumah.
Yeah, and nothing I say, Prime Minister say Amnesty, Ebra, Nasa call Parliament, mind you to my Amnesty be any. Understand?
So they are very sensitive. Yeah, who bought the so acquire Amnesty supposed what a honor, wait me and ya more first one, so between a young application. Scenarios no what was so there, but how do we regularize our stay under the policies who are apparently not a my amnesty?
Well, I mean, as said the medical action, Nkrumah na wunya sitina ekwane de bebre edoso. Now private life na ankasa a good Saudi Arabia because micha ba ko bi wu. Now under the same paragraph 276 AD, there is one paragraph essay. So what Nkrumah we a penny we over 25. Now only 20 years now. Still now not me application say your mom asset now. From the stay how? Because you can also the timelines now also to my plan. No be we over 25. Now only 20 years better than what apply. And run see. So what me show if you can demonstrate that what's Nkrumah at Chekakra, you have to say be a for 12 years. You are short of 8 years. But the law is with me still now apply. I don't know, so I'm sure. And if I call everywhere, say, oh, what's me indeed 20 years no cry now, which man apply. And the cry will say, eh, no correct, which man apply, they may refuse you. Because among the threshold will be a share, as paragraph say. Also, to me, the most say, whatever ties with Corona, whatever with Uganda. Now, and I come around, who free the English side. In the English side, and then maybe because of French and English, or more come the country, then more than no airport. So, with me, because the time you use the example when you said my year application beyond my year baby and ISSS for reason. Normally, some application and almost because they will always come back to say that you don't meet the threshold because some pronouns was advertising you haven't. Because with me, the fact that with me, bar you can now will be no, it's not better. It's maybe 12 years. The same thing now with my call back. But this particular case in the Ekache Home Office was several ties, because we're 14 years with Chroma, or a short of 6 years. We need 20. Now, we want to call back Cameroon. Tiede was a medical asylum, so the entire will be asylum protection. But we know it doesn't meet the asylum threshold to be granted refugee status.
Okay.
But they know if you see private life, say, well, what much? And I think we show say over coffee into humanitarian protection. So we'll meet here no point. You find the private life, and cut humanitarian protection on the application under FLRFP now under private life near the man because they set up all the ingredients, both under humanitarian protection that's required but it doesn't really meet the threshold of asylum. But we all hands watch a cry. Was several times and then they said, we need to be a corporate and ultimate demonstrators in the family, because of their also. The application is successful. That is the only time, or a Cameroonian or a Ghana in Ghana and yes application. So you can see that sometimes what will come on these 20 years na year can still no to the application if you can show that any maybe a problem a prevent you solve coffee. Sometimes when people or people say what was that me yare? You yare any young baby. Who was no diabetes, no cancer. And not me but sad and on a article free, inhumane treatment. That threshold is so high, I can't see who can meet that. Since you know they might from them who yet become. If a case law say, what's me, sir, and you're manning in a kickaboo and a private life, then you can make an application. So, in relation to that is another way. You say already, and then young family life. So, I will ban name or next time, but in relation to private life, so only 20 years no crowns what to be sure, and you may be well, no lawyer and Casa, which man share was sitting bring forward some things which man rely on to say that you can't go back to your home country into Yama was sitting you can so they are, more trust on have this liberal views, The Prime Minister can say, that's who knows, so they can, and she be a mammy, like I say, yeah. I think that we have to look back to this 20-year rule. Maybe. So let's wait and see.
Let's wait and see. Now, say a bustle, not say possible. Now, say in the circumstance, lawyer Richard Boadu-Nkrumah say we here sell by application be see is an American will be me afraid BWF Solicitors at war 0208 493 7340 0208 493 7340. May acknowledge the war yang pages of also YouTube and Facebook na fe mo also mo joining yang about radio so also yamamunyina akwaba beniza hope kwabna ya bua ya Ahmed sanso ana ya Jefta Kusi Nana Kwadwo Amache Vidal Mensa Vida Apia Najimai Namaiti greetings to all on the platform Senia Ode Abatoso Ade Sanso and your Doctor Sadoman Mabudi Dada Yenke wine was Nikofi Kwaku Owarabedi was Soviet Shim Berima Frederick Boating also also so and Frank Ampedu Najima idea to so share free legal education so and I was Ezekiel Johnson I was Hanana Pikin that was say Bridget Odobi Kasa also here now only what you so Tilly Juma Mary Chucho Derek and so Philip Amankwa Nanahima Sapon Covenant Grace so I was so Florence Apia about that Emma Naomi Hajo also so 307 shares so far. We are marching forward. That's a very interesting one from Ezekiel Johnson. Thank you very much. So and Akosia Pada say good evening everyone. Philemon Obrimpong, say Philemon Obrimpong is here. Yes, I've seen you. Yame Insha Charles Ohene Mensa and also so Yamao High. Yame Insha. Yeah, lawyer, Mami Minkot na fe yen hwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi afa amafo questions more concerns so megye say we see actually more very vividly no probably will be what question back kwada maybe or even beyond that no amafo concerns beyond what say omode eba na edi kan no Mami Nkofa mini aba na mayete na memfa ono ne de no any kind na dodo a yen site mi anka and I see during the week, the day about. Now, good evening. Yeah, terms your male license, Kasanti. In you and so. And to say what's it make online, no. Oh. And so one because I want me to microphone and it's over to me or me to or system also. Say one person will mute you mic into me or any because I know a machine and catcher is a will mute with the changing the mind. Okay, my Emco Emra na fe yes I Emra MFA Emra na lawyer I mean indicate Emco Omode about a page and also Menkofa. Okay, Amy Abana, we said in Southern Canada. Hello.
Okay.
Ave, what's your name?
Bacha meto.
Aha. Now, what do I do? Yeah, so come on. Okay, now, my name is Kai, and run a more aquaba.
Thank you.
Yenda was say what they so I see my better so not the beer or what and what the root and my no Emsandra. Anopa when they amount for Asia or GM radio. So questions they be a car or whatever. Lawyer Richard Boadu-Nkrumah or Wayne and John to
Mati. Me checha obi bia wo ahomane so omo so omo share in Facebook ni YouTube nyina ene abawa radio. Chese be bia wo bia me de chia kese e de ma ye da ma sen so mo keep on sharing. Yo, men koso and more questions difference kakra but me hwe dodo na betumi kwan be ma me hope na me bisa. Ne edi kan no me nua be ma bi na wo kromo ha oni ne maame ne papa nyina na wa ha na okọ Ghana emra okọ no ne papa apply ma omo nyina ne nua no be ye mmiensa na e apply senko e mom asetina na okọ ye no etire na omo nkrata ba ye e de e san kra ni a but o me koso
you're saying you're saying about it.
okay
Into us who were be na wardrobe. O question no do fifi baby into us.
yo na just say me nua be me sisi a pese obehwe oba proma na obehwe ne papa nti obisa say akonya be na da ho ma
Please, can you start again?
Oh, okay.
I start question you.
Yo, ne me kan say me nua be me bi ne maame ne papa nyina wo promo ha e na one ne nuanom na omo nyina e wa ha e na ne maame apply mo de visit na ba na so omo be check akranti ne maame ne papa gina so apply say nka ye mom asetina na ewo mo ano call ye but I think after a year or so no ne mom asetina e tro no that letter say ye mom but na onu oni ha say na ne nuanom ne de omo fa so ama omo enyom na omo asetina na me nua be me wo Ghana watena Ghana since then be say 16 years when e area no e na sisi a ne papa yare enti onya yanka obeba no abeboa ne maame na ya hwe papa na so pese obesra papa no e na obisa se akonya be ne da ho ma no se ne papa yare no obetumi edina so ana titititi nkrata no omunhu bebi e wo sisi anti onim kwan obefa so a obeka se ode no kra be ye edwuma nti obisa kwan be ne da ho ma no.
Well, two things, Tina. Now, when your application, is successful and crata because it's what this or your application, but no Ghana. Yet the Mawon then almost Kawonya or Dreams Wunya.
No, an application in room. Now, lawyer answer, ain't ye returning document, ne say, or Mwenya, as it's nano, ain't no that. Paper letter na the bar say they've granted them the leave to live no visa to live no so that time no na or come back to Ghana enti no na wakodi be 16 years as is your person 16 years
no I mean non-commercial returning residence application but say no say you say normally say Nkrumah now and infant said we application the amount indefinite leave to remain. Now wako Ghana more than over 2 years. Will leave to remain at the amount. You will lose that. The only time I wait my papa can say this was your application as a returning resident. Now it's Mitchell the entire outside of the UK for that long. This gentleman has been out for about 16 years. I can't see any reason that would be reasonable for him to, even if in Krata Yedema and say them said, Send Papa Yare Nkrumah, na se opposite or back Beshe Papana. There are two things. Either say obey application say or back as a visitor, Abeshe Papana or Yare. Now visit visa application requirements in what happened is Vienna when immigration rules say also shows a genuine visitor. Now say Okasano, Okan said the family knows say Omoha. Almost the chance that Home Office by catch and say onye genuine visits are very high because first of all what's the problem and or Ghana and then you may be to work on after also the visit and said we are not satisfied that we will be a call her because of strong family ties or you can into. On the other hand, if Otimicho said or no, it can work in his good, if you look at it from so Obama, this is what I would do. May a counter argument to say that or no decide so what's Ghana. If you create application man on yes wamba
okay.
Onim the oil or Ghana and tia, say be our year to man be a come. The very argument say, or you okay or Ghana. Despite the fact that the family in our hand, what's much not Ghana was 16 years without even having considered any application whatsoever. But they said it has become necessary, say, operation an old man. And it's no application, no, you will be or with my cousin or a genuine visitor because of the fact that what's my Ghana for this while having made any attempt to come here. It is citizens or the bank statement or to which the circumstances in Ghana, so you will be settled there. Almost the visit visa no every man no appreciate papa. There is nothing like applying to come and look after your father as a visa category. Because it's the other way around. You family say in Kawana no UK and then papa no yare Ghana and no yet will be settled. Commit my application under the immigration rules say or man the papa na ne mama na bakroma. Now no action or provide care. But this time around, Papa no and no work. So there's no route say they apply by the carer of Papa no Yaren. There's nothing like that. Into on your visit visa application now will show say the circumstances in Ghana is so strong that or you'll be a Obaha or Bessa returning to Ghana accordingly. Now we meet paragraph 4 na V na successful.
Okay, thank you. And next question, Amnesty, we discuss here. No, mommy, be waha. When you're 67 years, na Laura Richie, Oba Cromwell 10 years ago. Oba Hanoso was struggler, and I'm saying, owning crata. Na see, and why am rekakra. And I said, be occupied to my 67 years in my penal, day man. And I said, and there way hot, na say, Ena Ochabas passing so. Ain't say, I don't know, many Shan and say, Sanka baby away need the uncle so your freedom pass. Na Yakrat, I now only been till Nim Quire or your fashion or Benny be. When you're 10 years with Cromwa, not near Yawa Hona say, Sir, at 2 him where be. Ni document, we are singing I want a bag mono. That crow old to and I'll from 4 area. Ain't it a see on Namuhono? Sabi. Ikrata correct say oba Cromwell emre say ana eda say no ebi no ayera Larry Chimami kwan ben ya betumi afa so aboa no.
Okay, let's use this example. Now last year November many lawyer unis here application my mama bi na nani hu ade ye oba Cromwell no 21 years oba ye no the passport no de be rem ayera onim ba bi.
Okay.
But once sanity. Now, what's it in Crofon Chase the whole time in Crofon Chase? So my assessment, no necessary. You were limited evidence to show the length of time now or the hour Cromwell. So similar to your mami's working.
Okay.
Now, there are so many ways that it's made the evidence in the residents in the UK.
Okay.
Unfortunately, only 20 years, I was only 10.
Yes.
But why are you? That's what you say. The age is in Pacho.
67.
67. Now, you see, my 67 is not that old, you know. She's very young, you see. Now, the bit me I said, you weigh the options of would that be okay for you to introduce her to Home Office, then deal with the consequences afterwards? If it's a refusing application, can she really, afford to bear all the consequences? Mami wo hono ne ho chere nko hia mo. Meso yedikan akamra no say so wo hana we over 25 na we 20 years we application na on be refuse. Even so the 19 years kra na 11 months na on be refuse because we 20 years. The only time obey application na we age length of time na wo hana below 20 ni so be sure ni maybe in addition to the residence requirement. For example, maybe on health, maybe no family members now will Cromwell say. So your friend be social capital in social work practice terms. They said, "Nehuni pafu ni na will Cromwell to build strong ties with the UK." Ghana no only will be a one, maybe say we are this 67 way penny. You bet my application and private life. But if you ask me the chances of this application being successful, I would say about 20%. You know, we may go to the tribunal, a judge but judges, interpretation of paragraph 276 AD is strict that Yabaka said, unfortunately, and Ranasi had to say. So one to me and had this Napasema Crata, say the entire want to be Kokana. Now, your mammy and dear panel between that and say, want to be Kokana. So we are here, was a Kokana, Yabasha Hospital. We'll see, then go to your home country, you see. So this one is a very, very hard one. But so Obiba Mohonami advice, in terms of private life application. The other can say yes, brand best sign, be a reporting event best sign. Usu so pan shy the coffee. Some of the Yana advice say obey application under the private life. Why? Because in line himself, so pending application, Yana protection. So a founder, so claim is meritorious, a protects you until such time occasion you decide that you have found Ghana.
Oh, okay.
It's so sign it, No, I'm born by make us say a lawyer a fat quarantine, but what by who's so reporting events? It's also so Ghana. You may application number now protect you so professional, you court. And sana a beer. Yen certified so claim no unfounded no I for to never be happen. So a strategy. So this one there, if you ask me with the law, we don't have much to go with. But if Bibi Wumunti will be bintia, then we can put in application, but the success rate we will say is not even 50-50. We are on the lesser side of the success rate play. In my mammy, me and Ebiana or more cast some show or more canina, Ebiana Bibi to a
and no crow.
Now it's me open the doors in tea.
Yes.
Yana Mommy Asher and then
Mate, Memanaba, na near Twas, a recommend Baswana.
I'm from our course enough,
Okay, yeah, many Abema way, ya when you chromo 21 years ago. Na ya no. Ne papa ye British, but ne mame 3 months na ne mame ne call US. What's na US all this while? Na tamo wahano, omone ne anti bineti, enti na just a child benefit and one anti demo. But papa akwe so akodi US 21 years. Na US name say ohono seni ekwa wankonya nkrata enti no sesi a ono ase opeso obanichi because onim say we British na onim kwan a obefa so a obeba ne papa e British ye abra ye wo no certificate the birth certificate ne papa that no e British na sesi a wakotna US 21 years no ne chance yes saying
well on you bet my application amanos you bet application amano for the British passport. Now, you started with the law. So, you are DBI is the Friday session 1 says you will Krumham. Now, and what's not for the first 10 years of your life. But on one time, auntie, I don't know yet out. Now, you will know Krumha, you will know not ne papa, a British citizen. Or 21, it's a British citizen, although it's 2006 from July, and you say, you will know none of my men and papa no more warrior now. Because you said before 2006, July, not so Bofran, Bofra Yamu Krumha, you won't outside, that's another papa, and the mamma warrior, won't mean citizenship automatically. But this one, he was born here in the UK, never papa, a British citizen. But so not that time, I will know mamma or more warrior, no more warrior.
But you're now on warrior.
Yes, so on married partner, but. Cecilia Yaminoka say, your colleague Mackenzie, last 2 weeks, principal, a man, case, a new lawyer. Now, Obekum said, boss send me application, Obia, your woman, none of my minute Pamwari, name back on a British citizen. In your covalent, so okay. Law now, they cooperate, they wait to patch up a quench of you beat me, application, a man on no British passports. Because you won't have none of a British under the Nationality Act 1981. any problem cry, you bet me my application
Yeah,
on the passport.
Oh, where the never Madam must say, me Johnny, I can now real now to us. Yamin travel.
My tears here that CP. I was here say a pay and over kind of one your call aqua activity alliance no 0208 123 1016 0208 123 1016. Me so say offer na otie yen ewo telephone no so not on your system say be unkonya challenges be Yenya Vidal Mensa, thank you very much. Now will be ABSA your telephone numbers for law firm BWF Solicitors. Number no is 0208 493 7340 0208 493 7340. Ubase offer Richard na and Kasal Swa. The number it was so 07960 20 1500 07960 20 1500. Yeah, nice. No, active to say with me as a day text a day abre 07950422780 and also over Fred 0208-123-1016. But in fact we text message we say if someone is married to an EU national and meets all the requirements for retained rights of a resident, can he or she still apply after 31st July? I'm saying about 30th June instead of a. So, Obi our EU national that will meet requirements for the retention of rights of residents. Obi Tini application after 30th of June.
Well, it depends. So, my name the opposite. Say, 5 years. Either residence card, yes, application under EU settlement scheme before 30th of June. So why no? Nemo money ni pakoneja. Sakusin sana pasocha sebia. Yes, we're retaining the rights. We're jaya ware. And why under the EU settlement scheme number 5 years. One more beyond 30th of June no aircon. Send the time you drew. If I'm say be EU ni 2018. No 2018 return. So for 2017. And as I say, 2021. 5 years residence card. And I say money EU settlement scheme application. Why you be? It's when you letter now. It's just a EU settlement scheme. Now, so we now. What written right because we already lasted for at least 3 years. And now evidence say what months now you can also for 1 year on in Bergman. Now, say 2 years back if it's 2017, 1 year. So 1 year back now 5 years since I worry with my application still because we'll go for indefinite leave. Okay. The question we know so the question who say so we retain no rights. So now can you apply beyond 30th of June? Yes. Because it doesn't matter whether you retain your right or not. So what time you granting a Bibiana at Tifu Processor until 30th of June, a cut off for everything. And now there be a cut off for everything.
Okay.
A cut off for say either so we are EU national and also we are EU national family member. Not under EU law directive 2004-38 and also released 2016. Until a mawa sitting there. And there was also a EU settlement scheme application before 30th of June this year. Beyond that, in 1 year, there should be a good reason why you haven't done that. May your client be a main case, or prison, or a Holland national.
Okay.
Now, there's a good reason why he hasn't done it. The infant say be August 1 year, because many probation officers in the focus said, how can they facilitate for this gentleman to do his application EU settlement scheme? Either say mobile in the passport picture, not the passport, I application near more verified, and now say one year man. Okay, so man, not a go beyond that.
There's a good reason
why he hasn't done it. Those people can still do it, but more only good reason also way. But say our giant na okay, any problem with pacho. We retain no rights. Time and do also yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be our man society yanko na fe yanko fa and no embra 0208-123-1016. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, boss. What you saying? Good. But you too, lawyer.
My wife we apply for for the same daughter, but the buyer, no and assistant in that city.
Me pacho, what's it? Some pacho can be money.
And the wife, when and when
Preset.
No, I never settle.
Settled status, yeah.
Yeah, I know
Me pacho, the stepdaughter and the same ages. Okay, yeah. Preset, yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Me pacho, a bit my say be a more complete application form. More complicated. We the same question on Thursday program. So now, the thing says all your application now, the over country home office form, I don't know. Okay, sometimes man for my dream, you be amount. And you be so say, about free our application money, or about Chrome Hanum, no, what this thing. Now, what take say, what did less than 5 years or because I know correct, or by 1 year. So, what take is a case record straight away, no, make a decision, or back up or front president status. Okay. And I was a technical because we could take it for more than 5 years now. That's a good trend, but that is what it is because you want settled status. Because I don't know yet, settled status. I don't take it. Sometimes you better a peculiar quantity to be for no say, are you applying to get the same status as the sponsor? Can say yes. If you want yes. It is a 1 yes, sir. Ombeka said then they will give the leave to remain on the basis of her residence in the UK. That is on her own. In terms of 1 year, it's maybe a while to get a right box into patrol. So decision by chair, you have a right of administrative review. So you don't have to do the application again, but just write to the email now what they are and say leave no more I grant you wrong because the sponsor no a step mother or settled status. So legally, we're not entitled to get the same status as the sponsor no a one. But your umbrella review now or mama indefinite leave no a be. Why any problem?
Okay, you mean that right? So the system for that maybe your application that judicial review, right?
Sir, and check within 28 days. And you understand no one changes status anymore. Why?
Okay, so that's fine.
Okay, all right. Yes, here does say 0208-123-1016. Lawyer, we say, good evening, Lawyer Richard, Mr. Usu. Please, a friend wants to know is if they will allow his wife and son to come to the UK from Italy while he's here in the UK as an EEA with settlement scheme, and he's worried that they will ask them why they are coming on their own.
Well, I mean, so like I said, would they allow them to come? They should get a visa to come, family permit. So we're EU national, now we're so they can, no, before, so the relevant time, before 31st of December, or Hawaiian settlement scheme. Into Emremonon or the family members more outside. It's the same, so we apply for family permit from Italy to come and join him here. Because remember, you see, they say EU rights and freedom of right movement. I see. It is all bad. Also, your application says, oh, but EU national or a relevant sponsor. That is, he was here before the cutoff date, 31st. And on that basis, on your application, you can just come on your application for family permits for or non in a manner. Now, one brand joining the pay or
okay. All for us, we say, well, Colombians and we got 2.5 years visa. On a partner in the whole bill, waiting to renew the visa without a partner.
Well, I think we're worried about because the partner don't have nothing to do with the fact that because also the bus and the partners.
One can or say I'm a mother of 3 and holding a 2.5 visa. I'm no longer with my partner.
So let's assume, say, be a non-partner, and the partner a British citizen. So the partner a British citizen and answer indefinite leave, then definitely maybe the man also either British passport or they are settled.
Okay.
Because so in your so you have the 2 scenarios.
Okay.
So the partner and a man are sitting. Now the man a British citizen and also more qualifying children. Qualifying children definition with 117D immigration rules and say abofra or British. And I say you won't wow 7 years. Somebody back up become very good. And as abofra under EU settlement scheme, they have 5 years leave to remain a relevant or qualifying child. It is obeying say with my application again, this time around not as a partner or under the partner route, but as a parent. That is, we are assuming that the man a qualifying children. And also was switched from partner route to parent route with my application.
Okay. We so before you left we my main pick a call and say hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
But to say
I'm here to work back on my way.
you have to be a serious lawyer into my team. Why?
If I show you, if I show my friend, you can say, so like so now, actually not in your man. I am that a crown. Because then I would have an application like we have to reach because if you say 5,000 but it is 1,000 something, and my country, I don't know.
But so Obano Kratabena a crown.
I think I made that one.
Okay.
And Papa, you mean,
All right.
why not? Settlement.
Ne papa no war indefinitely, right? EU national or on a settled status. To Obano a British citizen said Papa no Bano no dear. It said our funny British citizen no. So we application. Ubejina one in the one as partners and answer, obey a single parent. I mean more on one in it's our F1. Right. Application be our baby, and I'm so one British citizen in Tino. So on the papa and our application now being FLIFP partner routes. Now, and I'm so one British in Tino, on the EX1, exception to the rule, I'm waiting my application is successful. Ufis are with your home office for a 1,033, now IHS and 1,500. To Kabuma, let's say, oh, Yakobe 2,005.
If I do A for me and I for a crown and
Abofrano, dear, so one way British in Junior Bibiama. The passport now we are with £54.
Okay.
It's a crown, dear, or we are British citizen, okay? So don't worry about Abofrano.
All right.
Never power indefinitely living to under British, okay, citizen. It's one hour waiting now Abofrano name and so I application, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Your call for so I will have 0208-123-1016. Hello.
Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. You, but you tell why? But what you tell why? Hello. Oh, the line not really. Okay. Let's a question be I'll say good afternoon. Can my mom visit me in the UK but will go back? I have a limited leave to remain and in receipt of public funds. She will be sponsoring herself and the other grandchildren in making application, but she'll be staying with me if the application is accepted. Will it be possible as I can afford to buy flight tickets for myself and my family of 5? And as such, you'll be visiting us brother. What will be the requirements for her to make that application?
Yeah, so I understand what she's trying to say. So on only family in Ghana, right? So 2.5 years leave to remain, and when just when you invite home, you are not making an application for her to come for settlement or by So 2.5 or 1 year over to me. So now what the benefit of my Ituniska and Wakasa, the Mamina is sponsored. It's a Mamina sponsor, that is brilliant. That is even better because all the time the expectation is that the applicant should be able to sponsor him or herself. I know you better say, woman will sponsor because the Honor workers work and you won't intim Ghana. It's over Hanya, that's why I go. But Mamia or the Juma or Ghana come now we're able, capable of sponsoring her trip, then there was a chance of getting the visa to come and see Nana for. Now requirements there can say appendix V, of the immigration rules. Also shows her a genuine visitor. Genuine visitor means she can afford the onward and outward journey, so we know about the tickets. Or the idea the baby to be provided and say or baby veteran, so spare room veterancy, or only show tenancy agreement and answer evidence of accommodation. My many show bank statement. So yeah, Ghana Yana normally self-employed. Also show the self-employed evidence, business registration certificate, tax clearance certificates, or what I offer if you know papers listening in account, or car craft in account, one letters free, baby or you are sorry, penny or either. And you may show say we are very grounded in Ghana. Now from come what you say.
It was a Nina and answer when you move back
with visitors visa, I would say Nina, they be possible because of say a so subjective assessments that anybody can just say to you that application away and returns our is very, very hard. Since the more the good one man be brave, let me ma it shows that no, mommy, you are a very, very important person. Would more baby or or you okay? You just show say or and it's not no it would me show some my way in and Yamiatoma or your application at the month, but on no one on also for tenants offer evidence of accommodation. Some mamma better in China. This is another hotel there and
well, I'm saying, customer many better in China.
So offer evidence of accommodation on come mamma and name.
In this case, so we had now or say family of 5. And a mamma never say even 2 weeks run over media or I come home by 6.
There is no requirement when it comes to appendix V of the immigration rules as to some meeting accommodation requirement. However, you say access application in Oman as access they are working. They are always looking at say 2 weeks. We don't know the accommodation rooms are or maybe know 3-bedroom accommodation. We said we are not trying to meet Housing Act 1985 Part 10. We are not trying to meet that.
Okay.
It is so it's make us say, and I'm saying temporary man and crying in an so
okay. Yeah, we'll be back so 0208-123-1016. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we are about to say good, but you're loyalty.
Hello, Bruce.
Yeah, you say talk about.
The question is but already the Ghana now, what are you doing for investment into? Now, not doing this ever, you need to be
That's your B1, level B1.
Level B1.
That's right.
Yeah, sure. So, you share page in the mind, why? Okay, all right, bye-bye. Hello? Hello? 0208-123-1016. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, boss.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, but what I can say?
Yeah, because you're friendly.
Yeah, but you too.
Yo, but maybe some question. The question is, and I may apply for pre-settle. And Mr. Nick said, the day now may application, and after the day now, we the decision will take effect because it takes you over 6 months and final decision.
Maybe so relevant date. Then after we calculate it. So is that the first 5 years Zambrano application now? So you are counting for the 5 years. Is that what you're trying to do?
Hello.
Okay. So and then I will calculate it. Say you will say the amount 5 years under Zambrano, right?
Yes.
Okay. Open so calculate time I'll wait for indefinite leave.
They apply for pre-sentence. Now, they apply for pre-sentence. It is more than 5 months after the decision was made. Now, the person who said they did not hear application, and it is effect, and after that, the decision was made.
Now, derivative residence card under 2016 regulation, and some obey EU settlement scheme there.
Mina in 2019, and I'm here application in 2024.
And then I will in 2019. Because we'll buy a British. We'll buy a British citizen.
Yes.
Okay, my brother. And so a then calculation numbers what to say, because you see the relevant dates are always Zambrano carer, no. Idea in here also say yes, obe go for indefinite leave. It is a open date be relevant. Then we are looking at Obama British Daben. What is I mean what can they say more? I'm saying question baby I'll look on and more. Listen, but so Obama British what is saying? How old is your child? Obey a British citizen that I suppose that would 10 now register. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. Now, say we application 2019 any amount derivative residence card as under the Zambrano 2016 regulation 16. And I say moon changing core EU settlement scheme. I say no. Don't worry about dates near a DBBM will be a macho. Say they also okay and I say the amount. The email number, so what settlement scheme, okay? So abofano at the 13 years, sir. Or the 15, not to say, we are the British registration man under section 1.4, no. Time abofano be British, no, hold on, time be a count be a free. Into obey a carer of a British citizen from maybe 2013. Into say you can't what 2013. Is that what the time was one here? Say Aquano, you register now or British in 3 years about, say 2 years become one. But so with Messiah application in under EU settlement scheme for indefinite leave. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So it doesn't matter time or year new EU settlement scheme no Namibia. Don't worry about that date. Say no and they are near this EU settlement scheme letter number 1. So date then irrelevant in relation to some application for indefinite leave. Okay? So don't worry about that date. To the only two Timony say. So Obama British citizenship, no, say it did 5 years, what they are share the registration certificate now in the man, so date in a was so. Next count 5 years. So 5 years drew pay, which may I application now work for indefinite leave. Okay?
Okay, yes, CP 0208-123-1016. Will be to me at the text bringing it was 07950422780. And also we leave comments on our Facebook page, BWF Solicitors, and also say Obija YouTube page and also BWF Solicitors. But over Freddie I 0208-123-1016 0208-123-1016. We want many of you who are Manasobiti, Mekofa, and Embra Cecilia. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, boss. Let's say. Yeah. What is he saying? Oh, Krobia. Azante. Obi Dumbi. Adumo.
Richard.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother. Pastor Omoye.
You were questioning about appointment you will be we said the question and said, oh yeah, almost now would be if you are application except and in a now the car we are a car after 2 months or among Greek period almost between I get that to a settlement and the thing is about if you will be in Africa family, I want to offer to join a family member. Now if you are of a transfer if you are very June, because if you are not in 6 months October and September, will be change. And I said, because of the German and also to very well, now over the year, principal settlement and tell the June and ask one. That's 2 questions. We are not that one.
Okay. So sure, you see, Nkrumah, UK. So we sponsor a relevant person on a settlement scheme. And one year application, 1 year of family pay 6 months. So Bahanum, I will be doing September, and one supposed to wire 5-year settlement scheme application. Sa deadline 30th of June. A year. Wow, Nkrumah was a way. Now one, okay. It's so Yamafa was a very even beyond 30th from so and EU national between the man or between Fawiraba, between Fawama. Omoba a 6 months in the moment definitely have to do the extension of their leave to remain. So we do October, November, December, we wait my application when the extension of leave to remain because they demand just to enter. Alright. So any problem, the first one so another related to will be an application in air pending. Now later you make a decision. Or no, yes. You see, because these are all the things that beyond why your application. I don't know whether you're talking about Obi or Ghana and also Obi or Nkrumah say. Whatever it is, so why your application near the assistant amount or near the entry clearance amount. Oba, they also so it doesn't matter with the 30th of June. Okay, and only applicable to what Oba for from remember that. So who cancel your application by joining the relevant EU national was secure rights na man on the so now also to me under EU settlement scheme the subsequent leave to remain.
Okay. Last question. I know as soon as almost more my because of the almost changing card moves some for years with the must be but I was the one I came when you say after 1 year pre-settled and as 1 year settlement, they are now 5 years they are now settlement. I was a 4 year
okay, so correct. So it's good. Clarify at the Mepacho said, yes, the right one say residence card that is before 2019. And now we are application the EU law. You have residence card. They are also EU residence card, EU residence card. Yes, one application under EU settlement scheme because yes, some EU law. You have UK immigration rules. My friend appendix EU. So the regulation 2016 no longer is applicable, and then the directive 2048 is also not applicable. Now under appendix EU, the amount leave to remain. It is a maybe our 5 years residence card. Now we have application the amount 5 years leave to remain, and that's indefinite leave to remain. So card now one under the old law. Say we are amount new card. Okay. Now. And also why your application under the EU settlement scheme on internet. You don't have to change your card. Card in your crown because ABM unya EEA residence card 2019. It's in 3 years and son expire. So we have settlement scheme na you be 5 years. Letter, email. You don't have to do application to change the card. Oma ya say be a visa na demand about passport and I said those that need to be the paper soma. Some profound they say we application under EU settlement scheme na on card because you don't have a biometric card. Advice I demand is a optional. When say why application under EU settlement scheme, you have 5 years leave to remain or indefinite leave to remain.
Okay.
But card in the crowd EEA residence card, you go for 5 years, so indefinitely. It doesn't really make sense. So the show be because in your lawyers, and you know who compare so person life here easier. So we work hard, na old one. Now why new settlement scheme near my letter na. Me say card replacements. Free. Oko online. Anybody be busy link no Thursday me send them out. Free officer the link never more. So once me nya, get from my lawyer a lengthy application form to complete. Sometimes I wonder why just replacing my card and so some we start with fingerprints. We sign consent form to and now they to be okay. But not sure. A bit more I think flexible say we indefinite leave. Yamau letter say we indefinite leave to remain. Now card and so indefinite leave under EU settlement scheme. I think it makes sense. Into me what's your problem. So we will let them know. You don't have to do anything. Okay, you are secure. But so person life here easy. Now we should be able to say, away and then. Then just do application to get a card to reflect what you have been granted today. Okay, but it's not mandatory to do. Right.
Okay.
Lawyer, so it was here. It's a year. We just ignore first one. I mean, the priestess of I have to go and or also what kind of
yes, so your application now we book up and not because remember almost a new card. Anytime we are a new card amount and also new biometrics. Unlike immigration rules, I almost say your biometrics for the past 2, 3, 5 years, you don't have to submit a new data, but when we don't know why EU for the day. Almost so an old replace card now when you say the paper just so what's up with a fingerprint. It's just procedure and I'm not so unfortunately, so I'm saying the list I'll be there 110 up to 135.
Would say application fee there also.
Application is free. 110 depending on the location. It's could do 135.
Hey, and we program because when we found the
no, yeah. Unya card na is simple na as a ama and BBI, straightforward amount. So,
but to answer now about connection, say also is all more 8. Meeting at team because I won't replacement
scheme and that they are secure.
Okay.
Card no your luxury. You want your everything to correspond. Corroboration isn't it? 5 years leave to remain. Also, the card is because 5 years leave to remain, as opposed to residence card. Or indefinitely, but card and a residence card 5 years.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense into was no. So it's a luxury.
And Tobo says he can see why.
More year to run penny for the money more dear. Mona and cover be a bank for the money so.
Richard, if I go, one situation, maybe man a guy, or more red card or more up to 6 months. And I'm a year 3 settled status. I don't know soon or more 5 years.
Oh, Sunday, yeah.
6 months. But 3 settled status now a year, or more up to 2024.
Yeah, so 5 years.
The Omodiama, pre-settled status is quite different from card now.
Passport, man. Kofi, passport be expired.
What does it?
Passport never expired.
Passport expire 2025.
I think so. Man correspond. I'm so man correspond with the passport. Normally, so the family permits 6 months in the buy. Normally, application under youth settlement scheme. On the more card, okay? On the more card, 5 years. All right. And checking here, so what okay, you are the picture card and then let it in after number the date. Okay.
All right. May I say, Brennan T. Mami Fa, the very last comment and answer question from social media platform also. Now, for Emrame in summary, and the quiz, and that quiz, very interesting. Last week, we are dear pa, and then I said, classroom, we say good evening to you. Please, on what basis can one be called a single parent? Though both parents have their names on the birth certificate, and what can the carer of a British baby do to get support from the government where the carer is not entitled to public funds because being 10-year route as a parent with a different meaning of
well, first of all, so be a single parent, and that's it. One worry, so one don't share our friend. But you can be married and be single parent. Single parent is different from being single. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So, with me, I is single. There's a one worry. With me, a single parent. There's one worry. Because Papa don't play a role while life. So you are single parent.
Okay.
So, but the officer mean, so now you are a single parent.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you are worry and as a one worry. So it's not single as in single in partner, meaning, and then so I don't know. So meaning also I don't know what much benefits. It depends on my mental and now.
So what can the carer of the British baby do to get support from government where the carer is not entitled to benefits?
Well, if you're not entitled, then you're not entitled to claim benefits. So I find a British crowd when I was sharp crowd wouldn't get entitled to claim benefits that you cannot claim any benefits.
But I'm planning entitled to benefit.
So yes. So Nkrumah say, abofra is entitled to claim child benefit for the child. And then the mama and then the papa. Even about the swimming, then we show say, or no abofra no one in chain, no washing, or no entitled to claim benefit for the child. So we are carer of a child. Now, won't to benefit. The facts are finding British because now we're finding any benefits in a woman and it's not so sure. And I don't think I gave your mamma would say, I'll be a similar no recourse public funds application here, remove resources, but some money British citizens. Because woman, I mean, I want to have any resources how to live. So you cannot get the benefit, although the child is a British citizen. So when I was so to have any resources at also. Uti application on money inflation. Census on minimum say be krata na woni so a de or share akra no e beti match benefit am.
Well, for say we are bedroom no maybe ma lawyer Richard Aye a summary of the topic we discussed at the very beginning of the program. In fact, the main thing for today, the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is said to have said that he is open to amnesty for some UK illegal migrants. How likely? He went on to tell us what the scenario is and what the possible interpretations could be. Now, I'm going to ask him in a brief summary, tell us what the Prime Minister probably wanted to say and what the implications are. Richard.
Well, thank you. Thank you, viewers and listeners, for this evening's program. Now, as I started saying, what we discussed today in brief, in summary, is the fact that, as you may have heard, the Prime Minister made a suggestion, was it last week, that maybe we should look into granting an amnesty to illegal immigrants in the UK. Probably if you've been here for 10 years and you have no criminal record, it's a good thing. It's sensible. That's the law sees that you have conducted yourself well, and they give you leave to remain. Well, I mean, what we are saying is what the Prime Minister says is actually just is a suggestion. It's not something that they are looking into it as it stands, as we know, because we haven't had any indication whatsoever that is going to be implemented in any time or in the near future. But what we are saying is that, first of all, the Home Office, that is the Secretary of State, the Home Office has powers, as I said, under Section 16.2 of Schedule 2 of the 1971 Immigration Act, to detain and remove people if they have been here illegally or they've entered the UK illegally. Now, it's a criminal offence to have entered the UK without a valid permit, or to have remained beyond the permitted leave that was granted to you. Now, if you are one of those people that have been here illegally or have entered illegally and you can be removed or detained, then you are looking into regularizing your stay. How do you do that? You are looking at what the Prime Minister suggested, that could be maybe the route for you. Now, what we are saying is that, unfortunately, that is not the case. But there is one that I'm going to explain to you in brief. So when you look at the UK immigration rules, there is a paragraph enshrined in it that actually grant an amnesty to people who have been here illegally or who are here illegally. Now, when we look at paragraph 276 ADE of the immigration rules, there are about 4 or 5 scenarios or routes whereby if you have been here illegally, you can still make an application and remain here lawfully. So number one, if you are a child born to illegal immigrants in the UK, and so a child, when we say a child, that is a person who is below 18 years, you can make an application, or your parents can make an application for you to get leave to remain. That is 2.5 years leave to remain. If you are a child that is below 18, and you came from abroad and you've lived here for 7 years. So the first one was you were born here and you have lived here 7 years. You can make an application to succeed to get 2.5. If you came from abroad but you've lived here more than 7 years, you can also apply to remain here lawfully. These applications we are talking about are under private life of the human rights. It's not family life, because with the human rights application, there are 2 limbs to it. Family life, private life. This is pure private life applications we are talking about. Now the third one, if you are over 18 years old, but you are below 25, if you can demonstrate that you've been in the UK half of your age, you can also do an application, submit an application, and then get leave to remain. Now let's get to the bigger one that we are all looking forward to. If you have been in the UK illegally and you are an adult that is over 18 years, and you can show that you have lived in the UK for 20 years, legal, illegal, or both, you can apply under the 276 ADE to get yourself regularized. Now, this paragraph we are saying is linked to the amnesty we are talking about. Why? Because we define amnesty as a pardon, as forgiveness. So you've done something bad under section 24(1)A and 24(1)B, that you've committed an offense because you came here illegally and you've lived beyond your permitted stay. Because you have committed an offense under the Immigration Rules 1971, you are seen as somebody who cannot be entertained, you cannot be tolerated. But because this paragraph is an amnesty inside the immigration rules, the Home Office or the government would overlook your offense and grant you leave to remain. And that is why we are saying the Prime Minister, he has made a very good suggestion. But as to whether this is going to be implemented, we are not sure. As you asked me from the outset, that's how likely. I will say highly unlikely. But the likelihood of this suggestion will be that maybe they will tweak residence requirement, maybe bring it down from the 20 to something. But we should remember that it was 10 years before, and they increased it to 14 years, and then 2012 to 20. So for them to go back, we are not sure. But as the Brexit, consequences start to bite and all those things, maybe, we don't know. It could be that they will look at it again. That if the Prime Minister is very passionate about something like this that he's been saying all along, before he even became Prime Minister, when he was Mayor of London, he has been advocating for illegal immigrants to be granted amnesty. That is his stance. So we are hoping that people will support. Let me add this. In June last year, there was a petition. Petition is whereby the public will galvanize support for a cause, and then Parliament, if they get about 100 signatures, then Parliament will debate the issue, and then there could be a legitimate outcome. Unfortunately, that petition did not go beyond even 20,000 signatures, and then it has to be ended. And what Parliament said is that had that petition even gained that credit, that support, it would have still ended that the rules provide for this that you are looking for, and on that basis there is no room to grant any amnesty. So as much as I would have loved to come on this program to say that the government is looking into granting an amnesty, unfortunately that's not the case. However, I've said that there is amnesty in the immigration rules. So please, if you have been here illegally, and the last one that I'm going to add, even if you have been here less than 20 years and you are an adult, and there are some things in your life that will not permit you to go back to your home country, see your lawyer, see immigration advisor, and they will assess your situation and circumstances, and maybe there will be something that you can rely on to do application, although you haven't been here for 20 years. So please, the only amnesty that I can tell you about today, this evening, is the vaccination. That if you are invited to go and take your jab, please, there's no checks or whatsoever in relation to immigration. So that one you can go. So nobody's going to ask you a question. That is the amnesty for going to have your jab. That is all. Other than that, there's nothing like what the Prime Minister suggested. It's only a wish, and we hope that that wish comes true.
It's only a wish, and we hope that it comes through. I was just happy and quiz quickly and son a lawyer, Richard Boadu-Nkrumah.
Yeah. you asked me to write another letter.
Now, this week our quiz is this. Are you ready? Under the Matrimonial Causes Act 1973, there is only one ground for divorce, namely that the marriage is broken down irretrievably, but that cannot be filed unless one of the 5 facts is proven: adultery, desertion, unreasonable behavior, barrenness, 2 and 5 years of separation, and poverty. You say, Sanya Warrior, and one share Embra Etie, our share in 1973. Say, we met me a jai awaria, not ejina adiabakos. And they said, our end a gua into your shape you. But that cannot be found. Sir, you made a cocoa to say, well, you can't file until one of Nehemiah 5b will prove it. Now, made the emo 6 and abato, the Nehemiah 6 abato. Because one a year, a drama more and answer be a funny kunanani chinia and no other p. Desertion, what Jano, when you feel a check, one shadow. Unreasonable behavior, you can't say Jackran to me. So the day, barrenness a year, Boninia. Sir, Montematati 2 years and now 5 years. And I think we're here. Sanyama 60. Imudia him and I won't mean for any year, and as I won't mean filing for divorce. A year, Wafa will hear now quench. When Jano, I copy the answer now, we will check quiet. Unreasonable behavior, so the dindy a capria won't. Bonnie years on Tibimu. What Jan 2 years and now 5 years separation, Montamatiti, and our failure to so in Sia, a poverty here. Emudia, and Udi show application as well. Judge and Nasa the old grant to the catch as a master for us and copy. Now let me get your answers. You need a Nikkei essay adultery. Where you back? Which one next? Bridget Odobi Casal say number 6. Ayo here. And Nikkei is here. Okay. Henry Osei is here. Prince Bafwajima is here. Number 6, which is poverty. Yes, keep them coming. Keep your answers coming through. Now here and then do what it me a try. Ohia Warajaye Emu and 7 Ohia a war 2 and 5 year separation, unreasonable behavior, desertion, adultery. Nana Brimpon essay barrenness a year a war. Frederick Watkins number 5, 2 and 5 years of separation. Mighty, yes, you can also answer. Who is that? Can answer? Yes, you can answer. Okay, McDonald will say poverty. I mean, in fact, more answers and to screen to say I'm out for any. Bridget to Nobik as they are copying me. They are not copying you. They're just showing the answers. Up to like Moro essay number 6. Now Boatima essay number 4. Sana Yawo Queer McDonald. Okay, my body also number McDonald's is saying poverty. Okay, here Samson also essay poverty. And you are a spontaneous and so say poverty. And Brady, my main call back to a lawyer. Now, me say, yeah, answer better.
Well, so our JSM, if I did matrimonial courses act, 1973, and then I end up in then a bit with national data. Now, there's only one ground for divorce, that the relationship has broken down irretrievably.
Okay.
But there are 5 grounds which must cite to show that the relationship had indeed broken down irretrievably.
Okay.
Now, answers here, options here were said the decane here.
The decane adultery.
Adultery no can be. Desertion and so come say worry na waja obano and waja beman hono for so when you was say a worry for. And also, grounds are with me aside now the divorce. Unreasonable behavior, the most popular one. At the other half of whether it's snoring or
snoring.
Yeah, it can be unreasonable behavior because you are behaving in such a way that. So, any behavior that will make the other person feel uncomfortable, it's unreasonable. At the be very unreasonable to you. It may not be reasonable to me. Go on, or yet toothpick and it can be unreasonable. He cannot live with the person by doing that. So there's a lot of things, It's not simply Okono and Sabana, So there's a lot of things. Internet the most popular ground because it can be anything.
Okay. And number 4, barrenness.
So obviously, Samosha, said barrenness, said Yankopon and the Emma, so worry na say I won't buy a new ground which be so a giant power no and come be. It is already 2 and 5 years separation. And also come be we shall say 22 years. Now who evidence and answer 5 years which be issue and now to me 5 years they all say they are not anything. You don't have to really show much because 5 years there is enough to collapse the marriage. Poverty, poverty. The definition of poverty is subjective. Will be
and here on TV program
will be it depends. Into but poverty income, wealth, and also the mind said your measure. Will be the baby would say so the bagas or you hear me. So but poverty income. So should be not just answer for this evening quiz in the number 4 and number 6. What is coming through? No, I'm saying more picky 1-1
But you could have picked more than one answer.
It's a question. Instead, I was saying, "Inquire some Sunday feeling on much." Question question. I was saying, one can any singular. I say, under the Matrimonial Causes Act, there is only one ground for divorce, namely that the marriage has broken down irretrievably. But that cannot be found unless one of 5 facts is proved. Which of the following are? So there also knows a
trick it all.
Not one of the facts. It's a bit my one or more. It's
answer your 4 and 6. I was here. Yame Monday. Legal nuggets and that should be with you by 12 noon. And I feel so within the week, watch out for all these things on our social media platforms. Say a Facebook page, say a LinkedIn, say a YouTube, whatever the platform is. And when you pick it up, you can share it, discuss it among yourselves. And a bit be another prize me. And but main for a coin so na main fast that is here Emma a minia lawyer Richard Boadu-Nkrumah RBN ono and boy or a partner BWF Solicitors BWF Solicitors 214-218 Tottenham High Road no so 7 Sisters North London where Monday to Friday free and part 9:30 ekusi and you 6 o'clock. My quine Emma Yedi 7 April say a year immigration in 7 say our divorce say a Ghana say UK bride applications are year appeals and they won't answer who do it what the answer BWF Solicitors. We more building in my house, 4th floor of the house, on top of 7 Sisters train station. 0208 493 7340. Missing number no, so 0208 493 7340. And I'll say emergency number 077 127 61884. I was here. Mama, Richard, CPD.
Senior, thank you also for having me here. Thanks for everything that you do for us. It's if we're the money now, so much journey. Namia Duma, I hope said that's an oversign at the and more have a lovely weekend. I know that the sun is out and spring has sprung. Let's enjoy.
Now, just before you go, there was this very first comment, and I kept it. Some of them know. Now, Obi Adebayo say these are massive beards.
Well, I mean, just principal and Ben was it Thursday? We did picture now, we did a Thursday program to buy, and was Rich, this one there is a called Abraham beard. So it's COVID beard, so you can see that the barbers are not coming. So we are trimming it. But the barber and they say, how we say, he likes it because it's blonde beard. So once I'll be balancing the DJ on it, I wouldn't mind it.
I was here for and did you know if you see from a recovery point that's when you're and at fee, your digimon and Mrs. Sabri, you will not that said answer and faster that BWF Solicitors of for the office for the with our research and putting the program together. Sounds so near the and my partner will do and Sheila Ankra say watching now all the administrative work for us. Yeah, in principle, Dr. Bernardo Wusu, and so Emma watch with the Nyame Adom same time next week. But before then, Kai said on Thursday between 9 and 10 a.m. Free legal advice Rainbow Radio. So on DAB and of course online platforms. Now Fridays so between 9:30 and 11 the legal hour and GN Radio. So on YouTube and on Radio Garden. Now Saturdays so about the community and the law. God be with you. I'll see you again.
Yeah. Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. How can I express my